You are listening to the Cricket Corner podcast with me, Vatsal Vora. So back-to-back victories for Team India as they kickstart their 2023 World Cup campaign on home soil, this time by beating Afghanistan by 8 wickets in New Delhi, the capital of India, if you are weak in geography. Hello and welcome back to the Cricket Corner podcast with me, Vatsal Vora, where we review the second match for both sides in the 2023 World Cup. Afghanistan coming into the game after their defeat to Bangladesh, and India coming into the game after beating Australia. And once again, it is India which has come away with the victory and the 2 points as they settle in to their home World Cup. One of the most dominant performances you will ever see in the World Cup. Yes, it is only the 9th match of the tournament. There are a total of 45 matches to be played in the group matches. So we are basically 1/5 of the way. Is it 1/5? Well, you can do the maths. But we are barely into the tournament, and I think we have already seen one of the most dominant performances in this World Cup. And that is mainly down to one man and one man only, and that is Indian captain Rohit Sharma. The way Rohit Sharma played today, it was vintage Rohit Sharma. This is the ICC version of Rohit Sharma. This is the World Cup version of Rohit Sharma. Whenever there is a Cricket World Cup on the horizons, he gets into his groove, and he has done it once again. He scored 5 World Cup hundreds in the 2019 edition of the tournament in England, and now he scored his first 100 of 2023 World Cup. And the way in which he was scoring those runs, I'm pretty sure that this is not his last one-day international World Cup century of his illustrious career. Rohit Sharma ended the innings with 131 of 84 deliveries, with 16 fours and 5 sixes. He was just outstanding with the bat. He opened the innings with Ishan Kishan because Shubman Gill is still out with his dengue. And Ishan Kishan and Rohit Sharma put on a first wicket partnership of 156 runs. But of those 156 runs, only 47 runs were scored by Ishan Kishan because it was all Rohit Sharma. I think he came out of the pavilion thinking, well, today is my day. I don't have a high target to chase down. The pitch is fantastic. The outfield is fast. The crowd are up for it. And this is my occasion. And he stamped his authority all over the Arun Jaitley Stadium in New Delhi. Afghanistan, they won the toss. They decided to bat first. 272 runs on the board. Well, on the grand scheme of things, 272 is a decent-ish total when it comes to one-day cricket. But the scenario here is pretty much similar to what happened between England and New Zealand in the opening game of the 2023 World Cup. And that is saying the fact that, yes, you have got 280 odd runs on the board, which is kind of a good total in one-day internationals. But then again, I think how good a total is very much depends on the conditions you are playing in, and the conditions at the Arun Jaitley Stadium in New Delhi were so good for batting that it showed that 272 was not going to be enough. And the way in which Rohit Sharma and Ishan Kishan opened the innings, and particularly Rohit Sharma, how well he played, it was definitely the case that Afghanistan were probably 100 runs short, if you personally ask me. If India had batted first, and in the way Rohit Sharma and Ishan Kishan played, I think India would have posted a total of well above 400, if you personally ask me. And we also have good data to back these claims. South Africa managed 428, didn't they, in their first game of the 2023 World Cup against Sri Lanka. And in response, even Sri Lanka managed to score 326. Yes, South Africa did win that game by 102 runs, but in the end, this is a proper batting paradise. And comments and how shall I put it? Not comments. Congratulations to someone like Rohit Sharma for making use of the conditions in front of him. As I mentioned, 131 runs of 84 deliveries. And Along the way, he broke some really good record. I think I have put in the number of records which he has broken, and I can see there are around 4 of them. So let's get those out of the way. Rohit Sharma hit 5 sixes, as I mentioned. That means he has now become the leading 6 hitter in international cricket. That includes Test cricket, One Day cricket, and T20 cricket. He has surpassed the great West Indian Chris Gayle. Chris Gayle had 553 sixes in his illustrious career. Before the start of the game, Rohit Sharma was on 551. He hit 5 sixes, which takes his total number of sixes to 556. So that's the first record. He also surpassed 1000 runs in World Cup cricket, becoming only the 4th Indian batsman to do so. The other 3 batsmen on the list include the great Sachin Tendulkar. I think he has somewhere in the region of 2200 runs, if I am not wrong. And then there's Virat Kohli and the former captain in the form of Sourav Ganguly. And now Rohit Sharma is the 4th name on the list. The player which the top 5 includes Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, Sachin Tendulkar and Sourav Ganguly, and then there's Rahul Dravid with 890 odd runs, if you're curious. Record number 3 now, fastest 100 in World Cup for India. Yes, that was a record. I think he broke the record of Kapil Dev when he scored that 175 against Zimbabwe in the 1983 World Cup. I think he surpassed that record. And this was also his, so record number 4 now. This was also his 7th 100 in World Cup cricket, surpassing the great Sachin Tendulkar. He had 6. So now Rohit Sharma has the most hundreds in World Cup cricket, which is outstanding record. Now this is a very good record to have as far as Rohit Sharma is concerned, because you have hit 7 one-day hundreds in the World Cup and you have basically played just 2 full World Cups. Yes, he's into his 3rd World Cup now, but there are still at least 7 more matches India will play. So realistically, he has a very good chance of becoming the first player in men's World Cup history to get to 10 hundreds in the tournament. And judging by how well he played today, that is something very much on the cards. And I'm really curious how many will he end up getting, because Indian conditions, and 9 times out of 10 the pitches will be curated to aid the batting side of a team, and I feel like there is a real possibility that Rohit Sharma will get a lot more hundreds than just 7 of them. But in the end, all good things have to come to an end, and so did Rohit Sharma's innings when he was bowled by Rashid Khan for 131 runs of 84 deliveries. He tried to slog sweep across the line and the ball just turned, and that was enough to get the better of him. But then again, a very well deserved 100 in my opinion. You know for a fact that if he has scored 5 sixes, then a few of them would have been pull shots, and you would be absolutely right. But my favorite 6 was when he came down the wicket and hit, I don't remember who the bowler was. Was it Farooqi or was it Naveen-ul Hassan? You can let me know in the comments. But he came down the wicket and hit it over extra cover, which was just wow. Like, how can you charge down to a fast bowler and hit it over extra cover into the stands like 80 odd meters? That was just exceptional batting. He was aided really well with Ishan Kishan. Like, the way in which Rohit Sharma and Ishan Kishan played today, it completely, you cannot blame a person if they forgot the fact that they both were dismissed for a not in the game against Australia. So not only did they play really well, it was really important for them to have a few runs under their belt heading into the World Cup. Rohit Sharma was dismissed for a not. He scored 131. Ishan Kishan also needed a few runs under his belt because there is still doubt surrounding the fitness of Shubman Gill. So there is a possibility that Ishan Kishan could play a lot more games in this World Cup, and the 47 runs he scored against Afghanistan today will certainly give him a lot of confidence. Virat Kohli, well, we are 10 minutes into the podcast and we have not talked about the great man himself. Virat Kohli not out on 55 of 56 deliveries, scoring the winning boundary like KL Rahul did in the previous match. But unlike KL Rahul, he did manage to get a boundary this time instead of clearing the ropes. But jokes aside, Virat Kohli, once again, second half century of this World Cup in a row, 55 not out for him. And he was, he was partnered alongside Shreyas Iyer, who himself needed runs because he was the third batsman to be dismissed for a duck against Australia. So valuable contribution from him, 25 not out of 23 deliveries, 1 4 and a 6 along the way as well. So India chasing down 273 in just 35 overs at a run rate of 7.8. As I mentioned, the way in which Indians were batting, it felt like if they had won the toss and had elected to bat first, I'm pretty sure that they would have posted a total of well above 400. And this is the thing in this World Cup so far. In both of the games in which India have played, they have chased down the opposition rather than putting into bat or winning the toss and deciding to bat first. Because a team's batting prowess is only measured by how well they bat, and that can only be measured when they come out to bat first instead of chasing down a total. But I think India has showed enough strength in their batting whilst chasing this total as well. So I'm really, really happy with how good India have played in this match. Let's briefly talk about the Afghanistan batting as well, because credit where credit is due, to be honest with you. I think 272 for them would have been a really good score if they have been playing a minnow like Bangladesh or Netherlands. Maybe 272 would have been a really good total against such lower quality teams. That was really rude, but you get the point. Against lower leveled opposition, if that's a word. But anyway, they had a few decent partnerships as well. Hasmadullah Shahidi, the captain, scoring 80 runs, and that was Asmadullah Omarzai with 62. But those were the only two good scores. The opening pair did try their best. Ibrahim Zadran scored 22 and Rahmadullah Gurbaz with 21, but apart from that, it was just Hasmat and Omarzai with runs in the middle order, which propelled Afghanistan scores to 272. We are 13 minutes into the podcast and we are yet to talk about the Indian bowling. That's how dominant the Indian batting was today. But we cannot forget the contribution from Jasprit Bumrah. 4 for 39 of his 10 overs, picking up crucial wickets whenever Rohit Sharma gave him the ball. And I think this 4 for 39 is probably the best bowling he's done since his return from the long-term injury in the Asia Cup. He came back after a year. Yes, he did pick up a few wickets here and there. He also picked up 2 wickets against Australia. But I think Jasprit Bumrah is officially back to his best. 4 for 39 was so economical. In his 10 overs, so that is 60 balls, he bowled 41 dot balls. You can see 41 dot balls is 7 overs on the trot where he bowled dot balls. That is just amazing, because 7 6 are 42, right? So basically 7 overs of continuous dot balls. So basically on another day he could have had 7 maidens, but he didn't bowl any maiden. But for 4 for 39 for him. 2 for 43 for the birthday boy Hardik Pandya. Happy birthday to him if you are listening. 1 wicket each for Shardul Thakur and Kuldeep Yadav, whilst Mohammad Siraj and Ravichandran Ashwin. Mohammad Siraj and Ravindra Jadeja, went wicketless. There was a bit of concern surrounding Mohammad Siraj's bowling today. None for 76 of 9 overs, going at an economy rate of 8.44. I personally don't want to read a lot into this because it's just a one-off game, and we all know how good someone like Mohammad Siraj is when he bowls with his heart out. I don't want to read much into this. This is just a bad day in the office as far as Mohammad Siraj is concerned, and I'm sure he'll bounce back very quickly as the World Cup progresses. So yeah, as already mentioned earlier in this podcast, an 8-wicket victory for India against Afghanistan. They are still not top of the World Cup standings. It is still New Zealand who are still at the top of the standings with a net run rate of 1.95 after India's victories against Australia and now against Afghanistan. Their net run rate is exactly at 1.5. It's really important for the net run rate to be in the high ones or 1.5s, because I'm pretty sure as the World Cup nears its end, as far as the group stages are concerned, I'm sure the net run rate will play a really important role on deciding which teams progress to the semi-finals. But hey, the way India are playing, I don't see them relying on net run rate anytime soon. I feel like they will have enough points to make it into the last 4. But before we wrap things up, I want to talk about that this World Cup has so far, we are 9 matches into the World Cup, and this World Cup has completely belonged to the batsmen. Yesterday we had 500s. Yes, there were 2 matches played, but there were a total of 500s. There was David Malan scoring 100 for England as they defeated Bangladesh, their first victory of the World Cup. And then we had that outstanding game between Pakistan and Sri Lanka in Hyderabad, where Pakistan chased down 345 thanks to hundreds from Abdullah Shafiq and Mohammad Rizwan. Kushal Mendis scored 100 for Sri Lanka, and there was one more centurion from the Sri Lankan side, Samar Vikarama, if that's how you pronounce his name. So yeah, we have had so many hundreds. There's obviously Devon Convoy with the 100. There was Rachin Ravindra with the 100 against England for New Zealand. Markram scoring a century, Rassi van der Dusen scoring a century, and so did Quinton de Kock, didn't he? So there are like hundreds galore, and this World Cup is going to be a joy to watch if it continues the way in which it is already going. Next up for Team India, and this will have its own podcast dedicated to it, but India play the big game now. They play Pakistan in Ahmedabad in front of 130,000 people in the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad, and that is coming on Saturday the 14th of October, if I get my dates right. I think that's true. Obviously that is an important game, but it should be a really, really close game based on how the two sides have played in the World Cup so far. Both teams will be coming into the game on the back of 4 points from their opening 2 matches. Pakistan will bring some form and morale into the game against India after their victory over Sri Lanka, where they chased down 345. Their batsmen look good. It's their bowling which kind of looks shaky, because if you possess the likes of Shaheen Shafri, Haris Rauf, Hassan Ali and lot, you don't expect the opposition to score upwards of 300. So maybe they need some fine-tuning when it comes to the bowling side of things. But Pakistan really look good. India look formidable. And that match is where all the hype is. And based on how BCCI are treating that game, it looks like the World Cup is going to begin from the 14th of October. And all the matches prior to that were just warm-up matches, because apparently that game is going to have its own opening ceremony. I don't know why you need an opening ceremony after a week's worth of cricket already played in the World Cup, but hey, that's how India-Pakistan rolls, and we are all looking forward to that game. Me personally, I am definitely looking forward to that game. But for the time being, I think India should just relax. They have a couple of days to get ready for that big game against Pakistan. Relax out. They have played really well against Afghanistan. They have outplayed their neighbors completely. And now it's time for them to take on their most fierce rivals and neighbors in the form of Pakistan. Well done to Team India. Well done to Rohit Sharma, the skipper, obviously given the man of the match for his 131 of 84. Many congratulations to Jasprit Bumrah as well for his 4-wicket haul, and well batted to the likes of Ishan Kishan, Virat Kohli and Shreyas Iyer. Hope you enjoyed the match. Hope you enjoyed this short review episode on the Cricket Corner podcast. However, for the time being, this is me, Vatsal Vora, signing off. Ciao for now.